So let's jump right into it. Professor, on Friday, the 31st of January, Zimbabwe hosted an extraordinary SADC summit and at Mount Hampden. Now, we were deliberating on the DRC conflict, which is escalating in recent weeks. What is your assessment of Zimbabwe's and, by extension, SADC's commitment in resolving the ongoing crisis?
You know, in the SADC region, one of our prime objectives is to have a common future of prosperity, and prosperity comes in an environment of peace and stability. Therefore, in our view, our commitment to peace in the DRC is unparalleled. We want to bring peace and stability to the people of the Democratic Republic of Congo, and we work in unison as a region. In the meantime, under the chairmanship of His Excellency the President, Dr. Edi Mnangagwa, when the problem escalated in the eastern part of the DRC, His Excellency found it fit as chairperson to call for an extraordinary SADC meeting so that we map the way forward for peace and stability as part of mapping our common future as a region.
And now, just still on that one, can you give us a little snippets of probably the solutions that came from the summit on Friday?
One of the issues is to send the ministers of defense as well as the defense chiefs to the ground on the DRC so that they assess on the ground for the purpose of advising on exactly the route to take towards that peace. But also, what came out as very important was the recognition that in a conflict, there are multiple actors or a number of actors within a conflict. And each actor has a reason why they are in that conflict. Therefore, as part of the solution, we as SADC are determined to engage all actors in the conflict so that they sit on the table and talk. Because at the end of the day, it's about peace. And peace brings development. You cannot develop and be prosperous in an environment of conflict. That's one of the most important resolutions that was made. Engagement of all parts of the conflict, of all actors, state and non-state actors within the conflict. And one of the issues also was a resolution for SADC to have a joint meeting with the East African community through their excellencies, the chairperson of EAC, who is President Dr. Ruto, and the chairperson of SADC, who is our president, His Excellency Dr. Edi Mnangagwa. So these are broad parts of this solution-seeking movement, because at the end of the day, there has to be peace, because lack of peace in the DRC is lack of peace everywhere. And we have SAMI DRC, which is an intervention force that is in Goma and in the eastern part of DRC as part of the SADC mission. And these also will take part in making sure that there is peace and stability in the eastern part of the DRC. The DRC is a very big country. It's a very strategic country for us as a region, for us as Africa. And peace in the DRC is peace in Africa.
Now, Honorable Minister, I understand that DRC has been at war for years now. Is there a guarantee that the strategies being put in place now is going to be the lasting solution to this crisis?
You know, everything has a beginning and everything has an end. And we go to the end through effort. So, hope is one of the most important characteristics of humanity. Lack of it can only lead to desperation and therefore no solution. So we are hopeful that every time we meet, we are moving an inch towards the solution. So we are not tired and will not be tired of seeking for a solution in the DRC, a peaceful solution in the DRC. In Zimbabwe, for example, we started our resistance in 1894. 1894 plus 6 is 1900. 1900 plus 80 is 1980 plus 6, it means 86 years of struggle. And we are at peace as we speak. So our time scale and God's time scale are different. But we have to keep on having an effort to move towards a peaceful solution. So the other issue basically is that how long is long? We say as long as it takes.